Alright guys, today I am over at McCarron Lake. Want to see how deep this lake is and also what is out here. So stay with me. We will be using the Deeper Pro +2 sonar and you will see, what's out here. It's interesting. I just saw some water being pumped out through here, or no wait, maybe a beaver then. Yeah. Look at that. I think I just saw a beaver. Well, it's pumping water through here, and I think that might be a carp right there actually. Yeah, so if you guys can see, yes, oh, there's carp in here. There's another carp right there too, right there. And then you guys just saw one just swim right into the tube. So that's interesting. Wow. So once again, this is McCarron Lake, right by right on Rice Street here in the St. Paul or East Side area here. All right. So let's see what's out here. Looks like there's a public boat launch over there as well. All right, so this is the public fishing pier. So let's see what's out here and how deep. Looks pretty shallow to me though, guys. As you can see, I can see, that it's probably no more than a feet deep. I'm assuming that maybe the tunnel on the other side that I see is going through right there. That drainage there probably goes underneath there and to the other side. So looks like all the lily pads and green have kind of exploded already. So all right, so for those that don't know, my channel that I just started just because for the longest time I want to get a Deeper Pro sonar or Deeper sonar, and I just want to be like everyone else. I just want to look up on the internet to see if there's any live usage of it, to see if it's a legit thing or not, and I cannot find any resources online or on YouTube. Most of the reviews I see on YouTube are just talking about the app or, talk about the sonar itself, but there's no live usage of it out, on a body of water. So that's why I created my, channel. I thought it might be useful and helpful for those that want to, give this Deeper sonar a chance. Unfortunately, I just created my channel just to give resource, and then just happened to just go out to different lakes, body of water that I go to or people have been requesting. I don't know, what it is, but there's maybe members or others out in the community that didn't like what I was doing or was against it. They probably flagged me, and many others probably. I'm not sure, but YouTube shut down my channel. So here I am, with a new one. Hopefully it doesn't offend anyone that I'm just out on, our local lakes or body of water, just either fishing or, using this little portable sonar just to, cast from shore, give us shore anglers, a little bit of knowledge about the lakes, the bottom, topograph of it or stuff like that, so I'm back. We'll see if I get flagged and shut down again, so today I'm over at McCarrons Lake, and I'm gonna give you guys, an opportunity to see what's out here. I know that from other videos in the past, someone did mention that, hey, they live around the area, they fish here. Can I come out here and, just play around the sonar? So here I am. So let's get ready. Probably gonna start out a little bit angled out here. There's a public boat launch over there for those that have any, type of watercraft. I don't know if they allow motorized or not, so I'll read your regulations. I'm probably gonna do, a cast out here and a cast out here, so maybe 3 casts or so. All right, here's the first cast, guys. All right, it's good to be back. It's good to be able to, whip this thing out there. Wow, I'm letting you guys know it's shallow. It's only 2 feet of water here, guys. Sonar is out there for those that, can't really see it. It's about, 100 feet away from me, straight out there. So straight out there, okay. And it's really shallow, guys. It's about 2.93 feet only, okay. But there are fish. And just so you guys know, the water's pretty clear. I can see, the bottom of this lake here too. That's yeah, it's pretty flat bottom as far as I can see. It's about 2.5 all the way from out there to here, that's all. It's pretty shallow. All right, so we know that it's pretty shallow here. I'm gonna angle it out a little bit more in the middle here, just to see, if we can, find a little bit more deeper water or not, guys. All right, so sonar is out there. Just so you guys know, it's about 155 feet away from me. It's a little bit deeper. It's about, 4.8, 4.9. All right. I just cast out there. The sonar is about, 141 feet out there. It's about 3.5, 4 feet out there, deep out there. And there's definitely fish. Wonder if that big one is a carp. So there's definitely fish out there. Sonar is basically straight out there, and it's about 3.6 feet deep, guys. All right, you guys can see my sonar is at the tip of the rod right there. It's about 83 feet out. It's about 3 feet deep. So if you're out here fishing by the dock here, I suggest throwing out in the middle and cast a little bit out there, okay? You see where the sonar is at right there? It's about 70-ish feet from the dock, you know? So just cast it out there. I'm just doing a slow retrieve back. All right, I'm gonna cast it out here. We'll see if, how deep it is out here. I probably don't want to get stuck with the lily pads, so I'm gonna aim a little bit on the edge. All right, so the sonar is actually, right out there. It's about 4 feet deep out there. I'm about 128 feet from the dock here. There's actually, fish out there. So my sonar is over here. Looks like there's a little bit current, so it get drifted a little bit as I can see. So the sonar is, right out here, okay? So it's about 4 feet of water. So sonar is drifting over here already. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's out here already. And it's about 4 feet over here. Once again, the sonar is over here. It's about 3.5 feet now. And so far, nothing on this side. Since the initial drop there, you know, there's nothing really over here. So looks like the right side and left side of the dock is not quite as promising as the middle. All right, there's, you know, there's a few here. Sonar is actually right there at the tip of my rod, about 60 feet out. And it's getting shallow. It's already at, you know, 2.7 here. All right, so I think that should be, you know, decent enough to give you guys an idea of how deep this lake is, you know, where there's potential fish or not. It's pretty flat, you know, all on this lake. Deepest part is, you know, probably the mid out there, almost 5 feet. That's where we saw most of the fish. This angle here, right by the, you know, edge of the lily pads. And on this side is pretty shallow though, so hopefully, you know, this help you guys out. Enjoy some fishing and, you know, some sun. Until next time, see you later.